This parable of the lost sheep reveals the depths of God's eternal love for each of us, shows God's desire is our redemption and our salvation. He desires to save us and draw us into his eternal love. And this passage reveals God's eternal care for our soul as he seeks out the lost sheep. For Christ always reveals the heart of God to all of humanity as he is fully God and fully human. And in a sacrificial and loving way, Christ went to the cross to draw us back to God, to forgive us, to show us mercy, to strengthen us with his grace to be truly holy, and to reveal to us God's eternal love for all of us. For we always read this passage disorderly when we don't think of the real drama of salvation, that our souls can truly be lost for eternity and we can really be separated from God forever. For the parable is not about sheep, but about men and women who are sinners who transgressed God's eternal law and are no longer in communion with him through mortal sin. It is about the fact that some people in their sinful situations think they are lost or damned forever. And this is why the church understands the merits of Christ's sacrifice on the cross has the power to forgive all the sins from the dawn of man to the return of Christ. And this is what the sacraments do. They really apply the merit of Christ's sacrifice to our souls, to give us peace with God, to give us joy, to bring us back into communion with God. There's a great statement by one saint who says the person who thinks their sin is too great to be pardoned was wrong. For some people try to think about why they sinned or why they did this or that, or they beat themselves up to no end. And our Lord simply wants to bring us into his forgiving and merciful love, to draw us back into his saving grace. And also he wants to strengthen us by that grace to not sin anymore. For our Lord knows we need his sacrifice. Our Lord did not go to the cross thinking we might need his mercy or redemption. Our Lord did not go to the cross thinking this way, but he knows we needed it. And he knows we needed it applied to our very lives. In this way, in the church, we find ourselves caught up in God's saving plan. In fact, his sacrifice on the cross was meant to draw us into that very understanding that we are being saved today, and into that very experience of his eternal love colliding with our souls to redeem what was lost.